Hey everyone, Happy New Year! I hope you all had a great start to the new year. Let's find out what this energy is going to be like in 2024 and then we will also look at this month. So 2024 adds to number 8. Number 8 is an even number. It has to do with balance. If you look at the year, 2 plus 2 and then 4, right? All even numbers. So balance is coming through very strongly and this is one area most of us would be focusing on. So, and number 8 also resonates with abundance, prosperity, career success, financial success. So it's good news for all of us. So it has to do with material aspects of our life, but it also has spiritual significance. So that's the balance I was talking about. Our material life as well as our spiritual life. So most of us would be focusing on both these areas. And number 8 resembles infinity sign, which reminds us of the infinite potential of our human spirit, which is more powerful, which is more greater than the challenges we come across in our everyday life, right? And number 8 also has to do with karmic cycles, meaning what we put out there comes back to us in thousandfold. So something to be mindful of, and it reminds us to focus on positive intentions and helpful actions. Actions that are helpful for us as well as others. So that's the numerological significance of this year. In tarot, number 8 is a strength card, and strength is feminine energy, which is interesting because strength is ruled by the sign Leo and Leo is ruled by Sun, which is masculine energy. So masculine energy is drive, passion, ambition, conquering activities, high energy, and feminine is more loving, nurturing, caring, allowing, giving. So we all have both these energies. It's just that in some of us, masculine is more prominent, irrespective of the gender. And in some of us, feminine is more prominent. So this is about being aware and finding a way to balance them both. By that, what I mean is when it comes to our goals, our ambitions, things we want to do in life, this is about asking ourselves questions, reflecting on our goals, and asking ourselves how this aligns with our greater purpose and the choices and decisions we are making, the actions we are taking, if this is helpful for us and also the people around us, the people concerned, the society, the collective good. So again, the balance is coming into play here as well, the masculine and the feminine. And this is coming from that place of inner strength. Inner strength is not about shouting from the rooftop, but this is like a quiet, dignified grace. This is about overcoming our challenges, resilience, and moving through the difficult with grace. Certain things may seem kind of difficult, but the card is, this energy is reminding us we don't have to use aggression, we don't have to use control, but if we just remain calm and gentle, things will be much, much easier for us. And this is also about working with others. So here we see a woman taming a lion and she has the infinity sign on top of her head. This is our connection to our higher self. And she is not afraid. She is calm, gentle, and patient. And lion represents our animalistic tendencies, our egoistic tendencies, those raw emotions like anger, greed, pride, jealousy. And this energy is about being aware of them but not letting them overpower us. This also has to do with shadow work. When I said shadow, what I mean is the aspects in our personality that we are not proud of and we keep them hidden. And by doing so, we make them more powerful. We let them influence our choices and decisions. And bringing them into our awareness and accepting them as part of our human experiences help us understand ourselves better and help us make conscious choices and decisions. By that, what I mean is before we make any major decisions, even day-to-day activities like the day-to-day choices we make, this is about asking ourselves where this is coming from. Is this coming from a place of inner strength, authority, kindness, and compassion, or if this is coming from a place of fear? And fear can show up in our life in many ways. It could be fear of conflict, fear of success, fear of failure, fear of losing our position, our status, or fear of losing a loved one, material possessions. And this is about really reflecting on things and making our decisions and our choices accordingly. And excuse me, and shadow work is not about focusing on those tendencies, because the more we focus on something and give it the energy and attention, it becomes stronger and stronger. So what we want to do is be aware of them, but then put the focus on what it is that we are trying to build and create. And whenever the patterns the shows up, just be aware, but we can choose to make a empowered decisions. And this card is all about empowerment and moving from and taking responsibility for our actions and doing what needs to be done, moving through our challenges with grace and gentleness and resilience. So beautiful energy. So in Hinduism, Goddess Shakti is embodiment of strength. I don't have a picture here to show you guys, but I wanted to show you this. This is from the Oracle deck, Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. And here we see, this is an Egyptian goddess, Sekhmet, and she is riding the lion. This is how Goddess Shakti is also depicted as. And here it says, be strong. Let me read this out to you. Beautiful message. And I wanted to share this with you guys. So the message is, you are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. See yourself as strong and victorious. Don't complain about anything. Don't blame anyone or any condition. You are the embodiment of strength, not victimhood. As you rise above the old tendencies and see yourself in the new light of beautiful feminine strength, your life will automatically shift in miraculous ways. You will attract new opportunities, forms of abundance, and relationships to help you manifest your highest potential. Being strong means seeing yourself in the most favorable light you can imagine. Be real. Allow yourself to feel genuine emotions. But most of all, be strong. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't yield to pressure or temptation. Avoid complaining or indulging in negative thinking. Engage in weight training exercises to make your body stronger. There you go, my dears. So, being strong doesn't mean hiding our true emotions, hiding our true feelings. In fact, this is about being okay with our vulnerabilities and sharing our feelings, especially with those who are important to us. That help us make the bond even more stronger. Every card has a higher vibration and a lower vibration. And lower vibration of strength card is control, manipulation, temptation, power dynamics, power struggles, and things like that. So that is something we want to be mindful of in our everyday life. This we will also see this playing out, in the world, government, things like that. But it's all about knowing what we have control over and what we don't. But in our own personal life, when something like that shows up, it's all about being aware and then being aware and not falling prey to these patterns and making a different choice, making empowered choices. So, certain things may seem kind of difficult. Now, it could be something that we are working on, or it could be, what we are experiencing in different areas in our life. It could be relationships, it could be career. So whatever it is, we all are going through different things. but certain things may seem kind of difficult, but it doesn't have to be that way. It could actually be challenging, but then it could also be the way we are seeing them. And this card is reminding us, we don't have to use aggression, we don't have to use control and manipulation, but if we just remain gentle and calm, things will be much easier for us. So this is the energy of the whole year. So something that we need to be mindful of, instead of struggling with things, instead of forcing things. This is about reminding ourselves to just calm and have patience and remain calm, and things will be things will be much easier for us. And this is also about working with others. So be confident, but also remember to remain sensitive. That's what this card is reminding us. And this also has to do with justice, fairness, standing up for ourselves, others, speaking up, being assertive in our communication, taking responsibility for our life, our actions, doing what needs to be done. Forgiveness, forgiving. That takes a lot of courage, especially like when when we think about what's happening in the world right now. To love and forgive in the midst of hatred is not easy, right? To remain peaceful in a chaotic environment is not easy. To push through the difficult when the circumstances are against us is not easy. And to get up and recreate and start from scratches in the midst of pain and loss is not easy. But then this is also realizing the power of the human spirit is much greater than the challenges on our path, right? So that's the reminder for us. And whenever we come across something difficult in our life, this is all about remembering our own true inner strength of our spirit. So forgiveness, patience, beautiful energy. And so now let's look at the energy of this month. So January 2024 adds to number 9, and in tarot number 9 is the Hermit card. And Hermit card has to do with spending time alone, soul searching, solitude, taking time away from social media, from friend circle. It could be because some of us are working on something, so we are like focusing on the things that are more important to us, our priority. And for some of us, it could just be maybe some of us are going through a transition, and this is about sorting through things, reevaluating our life, reflecting on our past experiences, and in order to gain a deeper understanding and find out what we need to keep, what we need to let go of. This is about finding our direction and what we want to do differently, how we want to move forward, things like that. So, and the lamp here represents the wisdom of our soul, what we know to be true. And the wand indicates that we are not alone in this. It may seem that way, but we are not alone in this. We have this support system. We have a strong support system. It could just be our own, ancestors, angels, and guides guiding our path, or it could also be our family, our friends, our workmates supporting us through this. So, and when it comes to the lower vibration of the Hermit card, this is about self-judgment and being critical about things. So that is something we want to be mindful of. So whenever we come across self-doubts or we want to be aware of the way we are perceiving our circumstances and really questioning our own beliefs, questioning our own perceptions in order to understand what the truth is before we make any choices, before we make any decisions. So this is about carefully looking at things and very detail oriented. By the way, Hermit is ruled by Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign, and it has to do with being practical, grounding our energy, detail oriented, being meticulous, being organized, things like that. So this is about carefully going over the situation, and to really understand, to gain, in order to gain a deeper understanding, in order to understand what kind of decisions and actions needs to be taken in order to move our life, in order to find resolutions and move our life in a positive direction. And when it comes to the minor arcana cards, what we have here is Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups, and Nine of Pentacles. So let's talk about these two cards here. So Nine of Wands, here we see someone, all stressed out, and he has this headband, which means, whatever the situation is, it's affecting the health. And he has put up a wall as if he is expecting something worse. And here with Nine of Swords, it could be sleeplessness, or and also physical health, and for some it could just be, guilt, regret, feeling vulnerable about things. So what happens is with this, when we look back, when we reflect on our past experiences from where we are today, we may feel kind of regretful about certain things, but we all are growing, we are evolving, our understanding is going through a change. We are not the same person that we were 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and from where we are today, when we look back, we may feel bad about certain things, but these awareness, these realizations are not there to hurt or harm us. This is about, they are only messengers, and they are helping us understand certain things. So, and they help us make different choices. So whenever we come across these situations like stressful, we want to ask ourselves what we have control over and what we don't. And if this is something, if we can do something about this situation, then this is about taking action and doing what needs to be done, and transforming the situation, and creating a change. It's all about taking things in our own hands, which is what true strength is all about, right? And on the other hand, if this is not in our hands, then it's about taking the lesson and moving on. Well, it's easy to say that, but it's difficult when we come across situations like this. But then this is about also that understanding, and it will help us move through this difficult phase. I won't say easily, but in an effective way. Let's put it that way. So, and in both these cases, what's needed here is self-compassion and also connection. This is about reaching out to others and getting the help we need. So we don't have to figure this out ourselves. So we can use others' expertise to help us resolve matters. So we are not alone in this. We have, this is all about working with others. And like I mentioned, certain things may seem kind of difficult, but it doesn't have to be that way. It could be the way we are seeing them, which has to do with our own past experiences. But when we seek a different perspective, when we reach out to someone and when we talk it out, we may find a different perspective on things, which will be beneficial for us. So both these cards has to do with self-isolation, so that is something to be mindful of in order to find resolutions. This is also about getting the help we need, and communication, connection, self-compassion, self-care. This is important. So we want to be we want to make our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health a priority. So now let's talk about Nine of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. Beautiful energy. This is about slowing down, which is what the Hermit card is also about. So it could be taking a sabbatical, taking a break. It could also be retirement. Uh, for some of you, vacation, travel, something like that. And the snail here has to do with slowing down. And this is like enjoying our home, our spending time with our loved ones, a luxury, abundance. It could be spending money on things like beauty, clothing, jewelry, or it could be home related like artifacts, spending time in our garden, our backyard. So this is lovely energy, and this also has to do with abundance, prosperity, independence, freedom. So financial independence, which is also what strength card is about, abundance and prosperity. So it goes um, with the strength card. And then nine of cups is joy and contentment. And again, it could also be vacation for some of you, overindulgence in different kinds of food, drinks, something like that. So something to be, what we want to be aware of is this card could also be procrastination. So if there is something important that we want to take care of, it's also about focusing on our priorities. Like it could be paying bills, it could be making an appointment with our doctor. It could be just this is lot of sitting. So it could also be taking up physical exercises and things like that. So we also want to balance is the key here, and everything in moderation is what this card is reminding us. So all right, my dears, that's what I have for you. If this was helpful, please do remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if someone needs to hear these messages, share the video with them. And I hope you all have a great month ahead, a great year ahead. Please take good care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.